Hey guys, welcome to Flavor Friday and get ready for the commotion. Today in Foram's kitchen, we're gonna be making some duck lo mein, so let's get to it. So the reason I love lo mein is it's super versatile and you can literally put anything in it. Also, I got tired of wasting my veggies and produce that I used to get. So once a week or every 2 weeks, I like to make this recipe because I told you I love quick, easy recipes and I do work a lot. So this recipe takes me 20 minutes. It's super delicious, has a lot of vegetables. So let's get to it. So a couple of the ingredients that we have is something I already had in my fridge. I did not go get anything. So whatever you have in your fridge works. Two of the main ingredients that you would definitely need is some garlic and ginger, which I have mashed up right over here. We have some carrots and red peppers, some jalapenos with green onions, the green onion stems to top it off with, bok choy, lo mein noodles, red onions, baby corn. I love baby corn, mushrooms. We have some sliced duck here. I got this from the Asian market. Any type of meat really works. As long as it's sliced, it's super easy to cook and super flavorful. We can do sliced ribeye, sliced steak, even sliced chicken. We have some honey, hot sauce, Korean barbecue sauce, soy sauce, sriracha, and some sesame seeds along with cracked black pepper. So the first thing we're gonna do is we have some hot water boiling. We're gonna go ahead and cook our noodles. Add a tablespoon of salt and some oil so the noodles don't stick together. There you go. My water is nice and hot, and I'm just gonna go ahead and toss in my noodles. There we go, and let those babies cook. So while our noodles are cooking, we're gonna go ahead and make our sauce for the lo mein. We're gonna take a little bit of honey. I have 1 tablespoon right here. You could just do a nice squeeze too. Put that right in there. A tablespoon of sriracha. Any hot sauce that you have is good. Just for a little bit of heat. There you go. Tablespoon of hot sauce. And then put this down. We're gonna open our Korean barbecue sauce, give it a nice little shake. Ooh, there you go, strong woman right here. 1/3 cup of Korean barbecue sauce. And just a couple dashes of soy sauce. About 10 dashes or so are good. And then you take your fork and just mix all these ingredients together. If you like a lot of saucy noodles, you can go ahead and add 1/3 more cup of Korean barbecue. I think that's what I'm gonna do because I do love them super saucy, so that should be perfect. Now we have our lo mein sauce. Alright, so we let our lo mein noodles cook for about 5 to 6 minutes according to the package. Now these noodles you can find any Asian section. You can get them dried or frozen. Like I love the frozen ones. I get them from Wegmans and they're super, super good. So I turned my stove on to medium heat and now I'm gonna add some oil because we're gonna go ahead and cook up our veggies and our sliced duck. So get a decent amount of oil in this puppy. Look at it real quick to get a gauge, right? And let that oil heat up. So while the oil is heating up, I have my ginger and garlic mixture here. So I cut up some garlic and shredded some ginger in here. I like it really nice and fine, so I'm just gonna mash it up a little bit. Now, be my guest to go ahead and put it in the blender, puree it, but this is one of the key ingredients to make this dish amazing. So I think our oil is hot now. We're gonna go ahead and grab our little spoon and add our mixture right in there. And you'll see how fragrant it gets. So let that cook up for a little bit. It's been about a minute and you should start smelling the garlic and ginger really fragrant. And when you start smelling it and brown it up a little bit, that's where you're gonna add all your other vegetables. We're gonna add our onions, our shredded carrots and peppers. We have some bok choy, mushrooms, baby corn, jalapenos and green onions. And just go ahead and let those cook up. See how colorful it is? Exactly how you want it. Now let's let that cook for about 4 or 5 minutes and let's see what we get. So while we have our veggies cooking, we're gonna go ahead and add half of our mixture right now to the veggies. And you'll see I don't add any salt to this dish because the soy sauce is super salty that you do not need any salt. And we're gonna add a handful of black pepper. There we go. And now let's mix this all in and let it cook for 4 more minutes as we continue to break up the corn. So as you guys can see, our veggies are cooking super nicely. And now we're going to be adding our sliced meat. The reason we add the sliced meat last is because it's super thin and it cooks really fast, so you don't want to keep it in the whole time. This is great meat for Korean barbecuing as well. We're just gonna go ahead and put it in there and break it up. As your meat cooks, it's gonna start breaking up easier. So just make sure you get it all in there with your veggies. Now cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes and then we'll be ready to add our noodles into the mix. So we've been mixing for a couple minutes now. You see how the duck is cooked and it's all in the veggies and all of that. This is exactly how we want it. Now we're gonna take our lo mein and add it to our mixture. And remember, when we first seasoned the veggies, we only used half the sauce. So we have the remainder of the sauce left for our noodles. You're gonna pour that right over the noodles. And we're gonna continue mixing. So our noodles have only been in here for a minute. We're just gonna add a handful of sesame seeds and work them in. All right, now it's time to plate. So now we're gonna plate our noodles. Take a handful, twirl it so they're nice and cute. Grab some of these veggies, put them right on top, and sprinkle some green onions. And guys, there you have it. A duck lo mein recipe that will take you 20 minutes and have you licking the plate. I'm not joking. So let's see what the team thinks about it. All right, team. So my brother came here on the snow day today. So let's see how he feels about the lo mein. He's had it plenty of times before, but Hirsch, let us know what you think.
Stop that. Grinding my whole life.